Hello and welcome back to another week of Sambo iRacing. We're back in the Ferrari 296 Challenge, this time at Algarve International Circuit. And I have some good news. It's not me actually doing the driving. It's Gianni Lutzu. You may have heard of him before. He is a driver coach. He's a real-life driver. He is rated at 10.3k iRating on the sim, and he's actually one of the top 10 drivers there. So if you watch this and you do decide you want to get yourself some coaching, check out the description. There is a link to his website. Anyway, as always, we're doing a hot lap, a breakdown lap, then we are back in the cockpit one final time, the driving line on. Any questions, let me know in the comments, or even pop on and just say hello. Right, let's start the hot lap. Right, let's have a look. So we're smashing it down the main straight in top gear, looking for the 150, braking up to about 90%, hold it, trail it off, down to fourth, back on the gas, exit nice and wide. Absolutely flat, and now we're braking up to about 80%, dropping it down to second gear, getting tight to the sausage curb, smoothly back on the gas as we go flat up, well, nearly flat up through turn 4. Now braking at the white line, again hard and holding it all the way down to second gear. Look at that beautiful trail braking from Gianni there. This is how you get 10,500 iRating. Flat through turn 6, now looking for the white line again, and we're going to be using those white lines as our markers around here. We're going to go flat through turn 9, all the way up the hill. As soon as we get to the top there, braking hard and long, down to third gear, back on the gas, over to the right hand side. Little lift as we go up through 12. Now we're back on the brakes. Leaving it in third gear. Powering out of the corner. Back over to the left hand side as we get there. Braking up to about 55-60%. Trail it off. Keeping it in third gear. Nice wide exit. So we can give a nice wide entry. Tiny bit on the brakes. Smoothly back on the gas. Exit nice and wide, don't get the off track, and over and across the line we go in a 1:40.291. We got the breakdown coming up next. Power through this breakdown lap. So first braking marker is going to be the 150 on the left hand side. As we get there, onto the brakes at about 90%, we're going to hold that, trail it off, leave it in fourth gear, getting back on the gas at the apex. Nice wide entry, flat through the next corner, and then as we approach the outside of the turn, that's when we're going to get back on the brakes, up to again about 80%, trail off, down to second gear, smoothly back on the gas, over to the right hand side, do a little lift here as we come through turn 4, exit nice and wide, just keeps out of the off track there. We're going to go flat, and we're looking for this white line on the right hand side. That's going to be our braking marker. And again, holding it at around 85%, trails it off as we look towards the apex, getting back on the gas as we're by the curb. Smoothly back on, exit nice and wide. This is not an off track, but is very close to being one. So the braking marker is the start of this curbing on the left-hand side for turn 7. Sharp trail off, down to, leaving it in fourth gear, but getting back on the gas, as you can see, at the apex. Now we're going to brake again as we get up to this white line. A longer trail off, keeping it in third gear at the corner. Over to the right-hand side, we can go absolutely flat through 9. And look at the really wide entry that he's taken here. So as long as we're keeping the left-hand tyres on the rumble strips, not an off-track. Clipping the apex, and the braking marker is basically the end of this grass on the left hand side, so just as we approach the top of the hill. So as you see, as we get there, braking up to that briefly 70%, relatively long trail off, getting back on the gas at the apex, back over to the right hand side, little lift up here through 12, and back on the gas. And we're braking basically as soon as we can straighten the wheel to head into 13. Holding it around 89%. Trail it off, leave it in third gear, smoothly back on the power once again. over to the left-hand side, and we're going to be braking as soon as we get to the end of this grass on the left-hand side as we approach the entry curbs. Up to about 55%. Leave it in third gear. Smoothly back on the gas once again. So we can go. And we're just doing a very, very light brake, as you can see there. And then he's just gradually putting that power down with his right foot. And over and across the line. Right, he's got one final version coming up now with the driving line on without me talking. Enjoy.